time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, October 13th, 2016. Get on! Good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, October 13th, 2016. And your news and odds stops away at 8:10 a.m. on this Thursday morning is Washington where two women told the New York Times in a report published Wednesday night that the Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump touched inappropriately allegations that were. Bob Dylan was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature Thursday for work that the Swedish Academy discovered as having created new form of expression with a great American song tradition. Former Miss Arizona said Trump just came in straight right on naked contestants. The Navy retaliated for missiles fired into the ships off the coast of Yemen in the recent days by destroying 3 radar sites in the rebel territory of the Pentagon announced late Wednesday. Given it some total events, it's not terribly surprising that John Sumner announced the resignation chairman and CEO of Wells Fargo Bank. Boko Haram militants handed over 21 missing Chibok schoolgirls to the Nigerian government by Thursday morning, according to sources with direct knowledge of the release. Bangkok, Thailand's King Bumipol Adulai, the world's longest-serving monarch, died at age 88 on Thursday, held in a potential new bout of instability with a politically volatile country and its military rulers. Second, considers second independence referendum. A legal judge of the government's right to formally begin Brexit without parliamentary approval is underway. The High Court is considering whether ministers can invoke Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty. They triggered a formal talk with MPs. The Out-40 is the Eastern German state of Saxony struggled to explain on Thursday how Syrian refugees suspected planning an imminent terrorist attack. How many able to kill himself in the jail cell said we did everything possible to prevent it. 2 Boston police officers were shot in the neighborhood of East Boston late Wednesday night, and the suspect was shot dead on the same police said. Atlanta police say a man was hospitalized after a shootout with the officers investigating car break-ins. Police tell local news outlet that the suspect was spotted to be out of a vehicle early Thursday morning. Accused New York, New Jersey bomber Alan Robbie Trey is to make first court appearance. Critics call against Sheriff Joe Arapo comeuppance. Pampo, India. Indian Wednesday said 2 armed militants were entering an empty 7-4 government building and staged 3-day sit-up would have been killed in Kashmir. Washington. A U.S. naval destroyer off the coast of Yemen hit radar sets that had been used to target another American warship. Washington, there may be no single issue where presidential candidate Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are far apart than Texas. West Springfield, Massachusetts police say a 12-year-old boy is facing criminal charges of allegedly bringing bullets to his West Springfield school last month. Chief Ron Campion City told the Republican newspaper that the boy brought 3 live rounds and a 9mm ammunition to the middle school September 27th. The chief says the boy also used an online messaging app to threaten the student to turn them in and said that if he had a gun, he would use it and the kids would give him a hard time. Boston supporters of the ballot question aimed at expanding the number of charter schools in Massachusetts and spent Lee Trust as much on television ads and on opponents. Brexit's farming moment. Delta Airlines beat third quarter estimates and said it would not reach a goal of positive unit revenue 2016 to 2017. Delta will grow capacity by just about 1%. Albany, New York, Fair has the closest call centers in 5 states, including his home state of New York, and the Ireland governor's office. Moscow, the Senate Bank of Russia, said Thursday that it was reasonably optimistic about an upgrade in the central credit rating given the pace of the economic recovery. Oklahoma City, according to a proclamation made by the state governor Thursday, marks the day of prayer for the oil sector in this year. Which state of Oklahoma? London, business service group Load Business said it was hired by Danish energy company Massport to support risk assessment for offshore corporations and operations. London, the British government needs a new set of guidelines to address shortfalls and policies in a place to cut emissions out of government committee on climate change said. Yamaland, California, 2 companies in California were sued by the Orange County District Attorney for sale of fetal tissue obtained from abortion providers for a profit. Looking at the stocks now. Up 50.54 at 18,144.20. SP 5 139.18 and Nasdaq 5,239.02. New craters are being formed in the surface of the moon more frequently than scientists have predicted. A new study has found that discovery raises concerns about the future moon missions, which may face an increased risk of being hit by false spacewalks. Some 66 million years ago, when dinosaurs such as T-Rex still roamed the earth, an ancient bird, the Wiggins Ale has soared high in the sky. You can't go many days without someone talking about going to Mars. Just the last few weeks, Elon CEO of SpaceX, laid out plans to sell tickets to the red planet for $200,000. Dennis Bell American, CEO of Road, voted to get there before. Find sensitive genetic test for breast cancer. Advocacy group understood. President one side picture. Emphasizing the Dutch government intends to draft a law would legalize assist suicide for people who feel that they have completely life, but they are not necessarily terminally ill. Instead of Wednesday. Triano Beach, which called reserve for Puerto Rico, have been hit hard by the Zinker outbreak is fighting back with a campaign devoted to prevention. It's been a wild ride for Crenshaw lately since August 31st, when Drug Enforcement Administration announced its intention to classify as a plan of Schedule 1 substance. A group of Crenshaw veterans filed a lawsuit against the government to block the move. WikiLeaks released yet another batch of hack emails from inside Hillary Clinton campaign on Wednesday that with them came in of a random and embarrassing headlines and clips of the internal anxiety over the candidate's weaknesses. Washington Hillary Clinton. Vice President Joe Biden will lead in the initiative of cancer bootshot to curb cancer cases of a cure. Long as the father came in after the 2016 presidential campaign, the conservative even McMillan now has the chance making his mark in the race thanks to the launch by the leaked tape that Donald Trump talking about sexual. Peter Childuzab is now 8:16 on this. Furthermore, and it's time now for a sports report. Today, the Boston Bruins tonight will start off their regular season, and Columbus are taking on Columbus Blue Jackets. Game time 7 o'clock. Everyone from Jerry Joseph Brett from the generator is away on whether Tony Romo should take him at that press call when the veteran is healthy for it seems week 7 by. Martell's Bennett offers a departure from the traditional Patriots for speaking to the media instead of seeking specific talking points. Bennett speaks his mind. Ray lost the words lifting off the Wentz outlooks at events that can be hard to see coming. The taking away the history on Thursday into the Steelers Open Championship with his birdie putt. For the single round major championship record of 62. Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Rick Spielman, Jensen Gordon was just hanging very rare for Heritage Ring when a softball question about last month's Mount Pleasant trade fair. Sherman Bradford was up toward the Yankee general manager during his annual. Peter Childuzab is now 8:17 on this. Third of all, and it's time now for a traffic transit report. Baby! Let's see how the MBTA when subway system is looking at commuter rail. Fishburne train 4:10 as provided. Which chooses to operate 5 to 10 minutes beyond schedule to later on the outbound train. And on the ferries, they are looking at. Okay, take a look at highways and byways of New England on this. Third of all, at 95 of the southbound side, it is backed up from Bridgeport down to Seventh Connecticut. 95 of the northbound side, back to Seventh Connecticut. Merritt Parkway, westbound side, back to Bridgeport down to Seventh. 95 of the northbound side is back to the West Haven, New Haven. 95 of the southbound side, also New Haven. Merritt Parkway, westbound side is back to from Hampton and Merritt Parkway, slow from Bridgeport down to Stamford. 84 on the southbound side, it is back to Newburyport down to Merritt. 84 westbound side is back to 6th Avenue, Merritt and Renee and Waterbury. 84 eastbound side is back to from West Harvard down to Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side is back to 291 to Interstate 84, Hartford, Connecticut. 291 on the westbound side is Lowell Route, Route 91. 91 on the northbound side is back to Middletown, Connecticut, down to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side of Lowell, 57 and 291 in Springfield. 291 in Sloan both ends, man. Here's the Mass Pike in Springfield. 298 eastbound side, it's a little soul from 146 in Worcester, all the way up to 190. 190 is southbound side of Little Soul Route, 290 in Worcester. Route 280 eastbound side, Little Soul, 11th Stretch. 95 on the northbound side, it's a little soul from 37 out and work all the way out to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side, so for protected downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, and also 185 Route 6 connector. 6 connector is sold from Route 6 to 95. 6 to the eastbound side, it is sold from 120 just down to downtown Providence and 6 connector. 146 and southbound northbound side is also between 146A and 99 and North Smith Lincoln stretch. 146 southbound side sold for 116 Lincoln and Route 123. 295 on the northbound side, and Lowell's Route 37 to Route 12. 295 on the northbound side, sold from Route 12 to Route 14 in Johnson. 185 on the westbound side, and then sold from Seacock all the way to downtown Providence. Jamestown the Newport Bridge is on. Looking good in Mantle Bridge on the northbound start. It's a little slow. 295 on the northbound side, and then sold from Route 1 to 95 out in Attleboro. 95 at the northbound side, it is backed up from Edinburgh all the way at Route 128 Canton. 140 at the northbound side, it is slow around Route 18 to New Bedford and a little slow from before Route 24 out of Taunton and 24 at the northbound side, slow from 140 to Route 44 at the Taunton Radio stretch. And Suffolk from 123 Bucknell area to 128 in Canton. Route 3 at the northbound side is backed up from 228 and Bucknell area to Breakthrough Split 128 stop. Route 3 southbound side, a little slow around the Route 228. 128 on the southbound side, and it's slow to both ends from Canton all the way out to the Breakthrough Split. 120 at the northbound side, it is backed up from Denham all the way out to Route 20 Waltham. 120 at the southbound side, it is slow from Route 1 at Peabody all the way out to Waltham. 120 at the northbound side, back to Peabody down to Denver's. 495 at the northbound side, it is backed up from Bellingham all the way out to Massachusetts Turnpike in Westboro. 7 Expressway at the northbound side, so the Breakthrough Split all the way at the Mass Park. 93 on both ends backed up and downtown Boston all the way to the gas tanks. Route 1 and the southbound side of the Southern Tunnel, SoCal Tunnel is looking good. Mass Park eastbound side is backed up from Middlebury all the way at the Elson Brand Tolls. Mass Park to the westbound side, a little sort of Newton Corner. Mass Park to the westbound side, so from South Boston down to East Boston. 93 on the southbound side is backed up from 45 out in Lawrence all the way at the Zachem Bridge of Boston. 93 to the northbound side back to the Stoneham stretch. Route 3 to the southbound side is backed up from Route 40 in Chelsea all the way at the Millwick and then they make it around Route 128 out in Burlington. 495 at the southbound side is backed up from 125 and all the way at Route 2 in Littleton. Out in Southern New Hampshire, Route 3 to the southbound side is a little slow after 101 in Manchester, New Hampshire. 93 to the southbound side is back to the Manchester, New Hampshire, Derry, New Hampshire. 89 to the southbound side, and it's a little slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. Interstate 87 to the southbound side, a little slow in Glens Falls. Interstate 87 southbound side, a little slow Springs out in Detroit, New York. Peter Children's time is 8:22 on this Thursday morning, and it's time off a weather report, the latest on Hurricane Nicole. Category 3 storms, 31.6 to the north, 65.2 to the west, maximum today with a 1 to 25 miles an hour. Moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. Extreme dangerous Hurricane Nicole closing it on Bermuda. A hurricane was in effect for Bermuda. For storm information of Smithfield area, please monitor the production station by National Meteorological Service at 8 a.m. The Hurricane Nicole's will locate in latitude 31.6 to the north, 65.2 longitude to the west, and Nicole's moving toward the north-northeast near 15 miles an hour. And turn toward the northeast with an increase in force speed is expected later today. On the forecast directed course, Nicole will pass near Bermuda later this morning. Max today with that being near 125 miles an hour. Guess Nicole's extremely dangerous category 3 hurricane out of the San Francisco hurricane wind scale out of our gradual weakness forecast. Nicole is expected to remain a major hurricane when it moves near Bermuda today. Nicole's large tropical cyclone of hurricane force winds hours at 65 miles an hour from the center. Trust with force winds exit hours over 175 miles and stay wind of 51 miles an hour. Gust of 69 miles an hour. Recently in Pearl Island, Bermuda, that's minimum central pressure 953 millibars, 28.14 inches. Wind, hurricane conditions are expected to begin on Bermuda very soon. Tropical conditions are occurring on any island. Storm surge, a dangerous storm surge will raise water levels as much as 6 to 8 feet above normal tide levels in Bermuda. The storm surge will be accompanied by large destructive waves and rainfall. Nicole is expected to Bermuda's total rain accumulations of 5 to 8 inches over the Bermuda spot this evening. Surf swells are associated that Nicole will affect the Bermuda during the next few days. Will spread northward along the United States east coast of the Carolina, northward about the next few days. The swells will create dangerous surf conditions with currents. And please refer products being issued by a local weather office for more information. And as I today's pulse of Bermuda today. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Freeze watch in effect from late Friday night, Saturday morning. The National Weather Service and Taunton Institute further watch was in effect from late Friday night, Saturday morning. Location portion of interior eastern Massachusetts. Temperature is potential for lows dropping in the 20s to low 30s by daybreak on Saturday. Timing between 2 and 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Impacts and potential exist for some freezing temperatures which could kill crops that have a sensitive vegetation. Freeze watch means that some freezing temperatures are possible. Today's conditions could kill crops that have a sensitive vegetation. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, slight chance of shower before 9 a.m. Then slight chance of showers after 3 p.m. Clouds cover most skies come at 70 degrees. Cover become in southwest wind 5 to 8 miles an hour. Afternoon winds could get 21 miles an hour. Just make sure 20%. Today, slight chance of showers before 9 p.m. Clouds during the early evening hours. The gradual clear wind will land 43 degrees. Light of wind becoming northwest at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Evening winds could get 26 miles an hour. Just make sure 20%. Friday, sun's got about 59 degrees, north about 11 miles an hour. Kansas City is 22 miles an hour. Friday night, Thursday falls up to 3 a.m. Otherwise, coast about 32 degrees, Latin north wind. Saturday, Thursday falls before 9 a.m. Otherwise, sun's got about 58 degrees. Calgary became the northeast around 5 miles in the afternoon. Saturday night, most coast about 34 degrees. Sunday, Senate Buckeyes about 60 about 48 degrees. Monday, Chester shot, today, Portland Senate most coast about 70 about 53 degrees. Just mentioned 35%. Tuesday, Portland Senate podcast about 60 about 49 degrees. And for Wednesday, most sun's got about 68 degrees. Currently not near, it is. There's guys, and we have a temperature of 50 degrees with humidity at 99%. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, October 13th, 2016. Good morning and goodbye, and hope you have a good day.